chosen the same individuals that are judging you, mocking you, are the same individuals that are corrupted and manipulated with society. The same individuals that think that society, or what it is that they contribute to society, is doing something, is worth something. It help change society. They're so manipulated that when they see what it is that you are doing, they think that is the corruption to society. They think you are the plague. I had somebody tell me that. This guy is a walking plague. And you know what? He was right. Walking karma. That means whatever it is that he was exposing was himself. And I was showing it to him. He couldn't deal with it. He couldn't be around it. So I accidentally caught the conversation. This wasn't face to face. They don't have the strength. They're too scared and fearful of you. Of what it is that you represent. They don't have the talents at the moment. So they like to bash you and judge you for having the talent to express the divinity of nature. That's all these people do, is try to stand in the way of those that have activated their genius and are flowing with the current of nature and are expressing that current of nature to the world, or the ones that are most penalized. These same individuals are locked in to the Hunger Games. Welcome to the 2024 Hunger Games. And may the odds be ever in your favor. That's the truth as it gets. Every day, there's another game at stake. Every day, there's some type of darkness being exposed. Starting with the jab. You see people nowadays glitching. Like, what in the world is happening here? That's because of the jab. You don't know what's in the shot. Everybody was so scared to death, manipulated by this fascist society and the Hunger Games, that they was quick to eject a substance that they have no knowledge of into their bodies. Was part of the Hunger Games. It's part of weaponizing into the eternal body. It's a weapon, along with everything else they utilize. They picked up the game because they know now that we're having these flash flares that are coming from the sun that has causes for everybody to ignite, ascend into higher consciousness. So they're doing whatever it takes to weaponize things, to poison the body even more, to keep those trapped and locked in to the sinking ship. Because this ship is going down. They want to take as many as possible down with it. They want to get as many as possible to sell their souls. They want to keep many as possible manipulated to corruption. They want to keep as many as possible thinking that the corruption is paradise. And they want to keep as many as possible to go after those that expose the Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in your favor. Exactly. Because your thinking is entrapped to be exposed by the Hunger Games. Everything you do, everywhere you go, you've been trained to think, to be exposed and destroyed by the forces they use in the Hunger Games. That's why it's called the Hunger Games, because there's a lot of weapons and tricks around you to penetrate you, to keep specific body organs poisoned, flooded from functioning properly, and to keep your sixth sense quiet and dormant, so you can tap into the power beyond the walls of the Hunger Games, to take down the walls of the Hunger Games, to shoot the arrow at the ceiling of the dome of the Hunger Games, and revolutionize the Hunger Games into a games of nature, peace, and harmony. This is why you are chosen. You're here to bring down the games. You're here to expose those that are secretly playing the games. We're being exposed daily by corporations. Every day you go to work, going into the Hunger Games, the Matrix, anything you want to call it. It's all weaponized to destroy the physical vessel. And there's a lot of people that are glitching. People don't understand the power of that jab and how that jab is used as a tactic to keep the physical body a prisoner to the ones that are running the Hunger Games. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to ascend. They don't want you to become spiritual. Because when you become into a spiritual being, that's what it is that you are by nature. They want you to think that you are flesh and blood, that you're your vessel, that you're your thoughts. These are all the things that are targeted to keep you from tapping into that spiritual power. They control and dominate the vessel. This is why those that are constantly after the ones that are awake to exposing these Hunger Games, they're so jealous by you. But your perspective, they know you're right. They know the information is amazing. But they're jealous and envious of it. And they're here to try to take it down. That's part of the weapon that they have been set up from the poison and the chemicals and the traumas. They're being utilized to target the individuals that can shoot the arrows at the ceilings of the Hunger Games and destroy it.